You're answering your questions live today. Oh, there are already people on. Ida Marie is on. Stephen is on. Perfect. They're talking to each other already. I noticed that people, even when I had set this up in advance, that people were waiting in line for it to start. At one point, there were two. Maybe it was Ida Marie and Stephen. You guys were both online. And then when it got to 1 minute before I was to go live, one person dropped off. So I'm glad that you guys could come on beforehand and be ready here. I thought I'd try it a little bit later. Oh, already starting with the temperature, 29 degrees Fahrenheit in Washington for Ida Marie. Here it is. Well, let's go check. We're doing this right early. I know it's cold. It is -10 outside without the wind chill. So it's going to be like -20, somewhere in that range, I believe, today. I'm getting back under the blanket. So that's why I'm starting on the couch. It's a balmy 17 degrees in Stevens part of Australia. I've got my It's Not a Drill shirt on. It's a hammer. Good morning, Amber. Welcome from Missouri. Just missed. We just did the temperature check. So if you want to let us know what the temperature's like in Missouri, Amber, -10 here in Moncton. Yeah, the full beard has kicked in. Usually every winter I go bearded to protect myself when I'm out there delivering the mail. And then every once in a while decide, well, is it time to shave it off? Is it time to get a little smaller? You know, I usually start at the start of December. Keep it going for a while. I need to shave the top part though. It's getting long. So we'll be shaving that soon. 29 Fahrenheit, freezing. Got snow for the first time in like 5 years. Wow, okay. You guys are getting cooler temperatures down there as well. -15 Celsius in St. Louis. So you're the winner for the coldest right now, Amber, I think. Yeah, it's been crazy. Even the west coast of Canada, where they don't tend to get a lot of snow in, at least down in Vancouver, in the lower mainland of British Columbia, they don't get a lot of snow. I mean, up in the mountains, of course, they do, and further north you go. But they got 25 to 30 centimeters of snow the other day, and that's a lot of snow for them. And here we've got some flurries outside, but not really much of accumulation. So we still have ice on the ground. That's about it. Oh, it was 0 in DC. Yeah, that's pretty cold for you guys. 0 Fahrenheit? How much snow did you get? I like the fact that you guys are already liking the video. We've just started 3 minutes in and you guys are liking it. That's good. Appreciate it. I think it's going to be a relatively quiet weekend here again. We do have some cleaning we've got to get done. That we definitely need to do. We still have yet to vacuum up from where the tree was from Christmas. Yeah, it's been swept up a bit, but needs good vacuuming around to make sure that there's nothing sharp and prickly on the ground for Polo when he runs around. You got 2 to 4 inches in Washington? Wow. That's great. Some people will definitely be happy about that. I've got Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone on in the background here. Last weekend or the weekend before, they were on kind of in marathon, so we kind of watched a lot of them again, just as we were doing other things. So it's kind of nice, especially if we're going to be doing some cleaning this weekend, that we can have some of this in the background. Like I said, we got to get some vacuuming done. I've been doing the laundry, so we're pretty much caught up in laundry, but the floors need to be cleaned up a bit here. 7 people on now. Everybody's starting to climb on. Maybe this a little bit later time is working for people. And I liked, or I wanted to try at least, the scheduling of the time. I thought I might go on at 10 o'clock Atlantic Standard Time, and then I thought, no, let's go. Juliet, the famous Juliet Strickland is on? Well, hello. Juliet Strickland of Montreal fame via South Carolina via France. A star amongst us. That's great. Ida Marie, this time works for you. That's good. Eastern Seaboard, it works out well, so only 10 o'clock for you right now. Amber's only had a bit of a dusting of snow in Missouri. Getting crazy with a 3-year-old cooped up. 3-year-old and a newborn, don't forget. You got lots of stuff on your plate there to handle. Yeah, so scheduling of the live stream ahead of time, I think, has helped. That it's giving people notifications that one was coming, so if they wanted to join, they could. Yeah, so we're gonna play around with that a bit more. I think yeah, I'm gonna schedule them. I knew today I had a pretty bit of quiet. Noah's on too. All right, Noah from Quebec is on as well. We have a nice contingent of Quebec interest going on here. The university crowd. I'll have to make my. Oh, look, guys. Here's my. This is not a drill shirt. There you go. So Noah and Juliet are starting up on their second term. They're at university, so good luck to them in all their studies. And it's the weekend, so I know there's not a lot of studying going on for you guys. It's 1:30 in the morning for Stephen in Australia, so thanks for staying up late to see this. Okay, now we've got the most famous guest on at all. If you guys are looking at the comments, you like the salmon color, Dea? Does it work? I figured I didn't have any salmon in my my diet of clothing, so I thought I'd go with that. Dea Lennox. I know she's hard studying right now. 10 o'clock in the morning, she's probably in the library, so all her classes are getting caught up. All right, are you guys all together in the same room right now, watching this all on your individual devices? Or Noah, are you home? Well, there you go. I've got. If it works for Juliet, then we're all set. Yeah, I wanted a different color. The last couple shirts I got, let's see, this is not a good sign shirt was a brownish color, light brown. And then the Wait What shirt that I got was black, so pretty standard. So I figured I'd want to go. Steven's a night owl, that's why he's still up at 1:30 in the morning. Ida Marie gives the thumbs up on the salmon color, good. What about the beard? Beard, no beard. What do you think about winter beard time? Like I said, I got to shave the head again, so it's time for that. But I usually would keep the beard while it's cold. Noah, have you started your winter beard yet? Stephen in Australia, there's probably no reason you would ever need a beard. Unless it was for fashion. 1 year after I had my beard, Dea helped me by taking some of the pictures, but I shaved it off in different sections. So I had mutton chops in one, I had just the mustache or just the goatee part, then the sideburns. So it was a whole bunch of different views of what it looked like. I mean, they were really bad shots, that's for sure. None of them were great. So for me, it's either beard or just the goatee, and just the goatee in, like, kept close to the face, not long. Problem I have when it's long now, I gotta trim up in the mustache. I don't like when I eat things and it gets caught in this. Oh, sweet. No, I've got the same bad sign shirt for Christmas. Well, then your grandfather had great taste to give you that. I was watching Taskmaster. I don't know if you guys watch Taskmaster or not. It is a British game show that usually only has comedians in it as guests. But the new season, or the Champion of Champions 3 episode came out, and one of the contestants was wearing my Wait What shirt. Well, he had it in a jacket for him, but same idea. Stephen says there's a lot of men in Australia that wear really long beards. Not sure why. He's pretty hopeless at growing a beard, though he has tried in the past. I think we all try it at some point in time to see what sort of facial hair we can grow. Because some people have these massively, like the Tom Selleck mustache, the massively bushy mustaches, or maybe the beards that are only kind of the outline of the jaw. Heidi Marie says she's not a fan of the beard. Mutton chops. Mutton chops is a vintage word. Yeah, yeah, kind of those more than Elvis, way down. Yeah, something that would actually connect with your mustache. I haven't gotten into the Taskmaster New Zealand one. I did try to watch the American one, and it was horrible. So I've been kind of a purist and stuck with Taskmaster UK only. But I do see Taskmaster New Zealand pops up on my YouTube page as something I should watch. So who knows? Maybe we'll give it a go. But I really like Alex Horn and Greg Davies as the Taskmaster and assistant. Yeah, the US one only lasted that one season and then it got canceled. What's my stance on seahorses? Okay, that's an interesting question. Yeah, they're pretty cute. I don't own any seahorses. I've never had a seahorse, but yeah, I think they're really a cool creature. Is there a follow up to that question? What brought that up, or is it just a question you wanted to ask out of the blue? Anne Marie says UK has good TV. I've seen shows. Yeah, there's a lot of great comedy that comes out of the UK. A lot of great game shows. 8 out of 10 Cats is another favorite here. 8 out of 10 Cats does Countdown, or Would I Lie to You is another great show. I literally just told you with Jimmy Carr is another great game show out of the UK. I haven't seen Taskmaster Australia. I know there's Taskmasters that have popped up all over the world. There's German ones as well. I don't know if there's any in the Scandinavian countries yet or not, but it's really good. There's been a lot of remakes of British shows done in the U.S. The Office is a prime example of one of those. Shameless is another example of one of those. Um, Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. Taskmaster Norway, okay? Yeah, so they're all over the place. So if you're in one of those countries and you like Taskmaster or you've never heard of it, you should check it out. It's funny. Giving a whole bunch of different random tasks and seeing how you can think in or outside the box to discover what to do. And the ideas that some people get to do the tasks are just ridiculous. Yeah, I find TV shows are. It's hard. I guess it depends on what your country is used to, or what you allow on your television to. The parameters of what we think is a humorous change depend on the country. Um, in the UK, they get away with saying a lot more on television. Even in Canada, we get away with saying quite a bit on television that may be restrictive in the United States. Certainly in more mainland European countries, too, what they allow on television is a lot more liberal. I remember traveling through France with Shanda when we were doing our 2.5 months after university, and we were in, well, like we said, we were in France and we were watching television, and even in the commute and in some of the commercials, there was topless women. So we would never have that in North America. We do have nudity on television, but not in your commercials. Item Reese's sounds like a fun show. Yeah, you'll have to check it out. We got a yo from Wayamano. You'll have to let me know where you're from. Am I a right winger? No, I wouldn't. Politically, if you're talking about, no, I wouldn't say I am. I would say I was At one point in time, yes. When I was younger, I was raised in a very religious family, and I would say I was a card carrying member of the Conservative Party. I am by far not anymore. I'm a postal worker, so I'm a member of a union. Um, I think my thinking is a lot more liberal too. What else do we have? Yorkshire Vet is too gritty for the USA. I'm not sure what that is, Yorkshire Vet. Upstart Crow. I've never heard of that one. I'll have to look that one up. Amber says she prefers the US version of The Office. Well, it certainly ran a lot longer than the British version of The Office, so it's a funny show though. So they did that one right, I would say. Steve Carell is great. You're from India, okay? Oh, you wanted to know just for wanting to know, yeah. Okay. I think that's the great thing about these communities, this channel. It doesn't really matter where you fall on the political spectrum. We all kind of have a passion either for stamps or Lego or postcards or festivals, all those sort of different things. Doesn't matter where you stand politically, and I'm open to anybody, either right wing, left wing, center of the road, whatever you like. I'm not in favor of anyone who's going to bash at other people, though, so that's why I always say leave positive comments. A vet in Yorkshire makes house calls. Why is that too gritty for, in your opinion? Or is that just a little bit of sarcasm that was too much? And then again, if you watch HBO shows, there's everything in those ones too. So wow, we certainly got onto a lot of topics real quick. If you watch Would I Lie to You, you will know David Mitchell. Oh, yes, I know David Mitchell. He plays the part. Okay, I'm gonna have to go back. What's the name of that show again? Upstart Crow. Okay, I'll have to look that one up. Yeah, I really like David Mitchell. He's a straight-laced comedian. And usually when he's pitted against Lee Mack in Would I Lie to You, they make a good combination. Epic M, I am not going to go political there, but I would like to see peace throughout the world, that's for sure. YouTube, I find, has been a great way to introduce a lot of shows. So you can see little clippets of shows and then go and do the same. Epic M wants peace everywhere as well, yeah. There's too much tension going on in the world right now, whether it's Ukraine and Russia, Iran and Pakistan, Israel and Palestine. I don't know. China and Taiwan. It is crazy how much is going on. What is happening in our world right now? Media's checking in from Finland. Hello in Helsinki. It's quite cold. Feels like minus 20. 40 centimeters of snow. Wow. There's a lot going on there. Yeah, it's a crazy world right now. TOXZ, where are you from? you're new to the channel, so welcome, or at least new to the discussion. Kalwojik, hello, from Jordan. Wow, welcome. I am loving this that we're getting people from around the world right now, which means we're going to have great discussions on a variety of topics. $12 people on right currently. Only 3 have liked it, so hopefully you guys like it a little bit more here, especially if 12 of you are on. Let's see those thumbs up go and connect with it properly. It is a very good international group. So we've got Jordan, we've got India, we've got the United States, we've got Australia, we've got Finland. There's a whole bunch of people who are new here. Why don't we do this? Everybody who is on that is discussing, put where you're from. I'm curious to see where everybody's going here from. So, I'm reading some of these things. All right, you guys are being interesting in your conversations. But agree, pooping is good for health. If you're really from Antarctica, that would be amazing. And South Australia, of course. Hello, Megan. Where are you from, Megan? People are popping on, popping off really quickly here. Any other great questions? India, yes. Juliet, if you're still on, I would love to know what the fascination with seahorses is with you. Megan's in America somewhere. What state? We have Missouri on here now, and Maryland. Megan's in Michigan. Okay, cool. So this time of day seems to be working for people, especially around the world. It's a good time. So maybe 9 a.m. is too early. Anime nerd, hello. Anime nerd, where are you from? Ah, someone's from New Zealand. So we've got New Zealand, anime nerds in Texas, Australia, India. We were missing some of our other Europeans that normally are on, either from Germany or from the UK. Nobody from France today so far. It was nice to have a few from Canada. My daughter and her friends were all popping on there for a moment. So far, I've had one nay on the beard. I would rather see me shave it off. Who is Brandon? All right, a whole bunch of things popping through now. Megan says my 19-year-old best friend is N, and I don't know what the rest of the sentence should be. What are we going to talk about? I don't know what we're going to talk about. Whatever you guys put up here, we end up talking about. 2024 Olympics are in Paris this year, yes. I was an exchange student and went from Ukraine and is in Oregon. Okay. Steven says seahorses are great. Do you know about leafy sea dragons? They're a kind of seahorse. I don't think I do know anything about them. Tell us about them. You wanted to come to Canada for business study. Now it's costed. What sort of, like starting your own business, an economics degree? What sort of thing were you looking at studying? Seahorse's birth is amazing. That is something else I don't know. Pretty girl 123. Hey yourself. Where are you from? Oh, Megan's okay. My 19-year-old best friend was from Ukraine, is an exchange student, and is right now in Oregon. Coming back in about 6 months. Can't wait. Oh, that's cool. Did they go to Oregon to study, or live there for a bit? New Zealand thing says Trump or Biden. Well, I'm not an American, so it doesn't. My opinion doesn't matter. I don't get to vote in that election. They've had both, so I guess they're going to have to decide which they want to continue with or go back to, if that's the case. And Ida Marie says no comment. So, yeah. No, I'm a Canadian. I live on the east coast of Canada in the province of New Brunswick. I'm a mailman. I have 2 kids. And a lot of you already know that who have watched my channel for a number of years. And I try to keep things light most of the time. But the great thing about these Ask That Dad Guy questions is, yeah, there's a lot of things that are out there we can talk about. Tox is going to Germany in 23 days. What are you going to do in Germany? And where are you traveling from? Love to go back to Germany again one day. It is a beautiful country, lots of things to see there, lots of great environment. Megan said that he went there when the war started. Okay, a lot of stuff coming right through now. I'm going to slow this down, read back here. Wanted to come here for finance study, but got double and expenses are high. Yeah, it's expensive to study anywhere, even if you're from here. Pearl fan Aaron is says hello from Colorado. Santa Claus wrote to her, so that's great that you got a letter from Santa. You've been watching UFC in Toronto. Looks cool. Okay. Steven says leafy sea dragons are quite large and grow to about 30 to 45 centimeters or 12 to 18 inches. They look like seahorses with lots of seaweed attached to them, but it isn't seaweed. It's a form of camouflage. That's cool. Roblox Life says hello back. And you're going from Illinois to Germany. Okay. Are you going just for a trip? Are you going for school? Are you going for work? Why are you off to Germany? Things to do or eat in New Brunswick that aren't seafood related. Yeah, there's lots of things to eat that aren't seafood related. Do you want to eat beef? We've got beef. We don't have to just eat seafood here. Yes, I get it. We're in lobster country, so there are lots of lobsters or shrimp to eat or shellfish. Yeah, we've got seafood here galore. But if you want a good steak, you can get that as well. or if you're vegetarian, there's lots of vegetarian options around. As far as things to do, yeah, we're kind of a nature province, so a lot of stuff is out in the world for hiking and exploring and things like that. Uh, that's kind of what's around here. Item race Marie says she received a Kiev post crossing request. I guess post crossing is opening up. There are lots of people in the Ukraine that are post crossers, so there's lots going on there. And the mail to the Ukraine hasn't stopped. It may be slow to get to some places, but I certainly get addresses for people in Ukraine a lot, and I have some people that I direct swap with there as well. It just hasn't opened up yet for the U.S. and Canada to mail to Russia, so we're waiting on that to happen. Oh, you're going to visit your sister. That's cool. Hopefully, you have a great time visiting her, and enjoy Germany. I'm sure there'll be lots of things to see and do there. Oh, do you have a leafy sea dragon stamp? Is it an Australian stamp, or is it another one that has had it represented? Amber says, not a vegetarian, just picky. Well, there's always options. There's even in a small town like Moncton, and I say small, we're about 130,000 people. So for our area, we're the biggest city in New Brunswick. But if you look at Montreal, Toronto, New York, we're just a piddly little backwards community compared to those places, I guess. But yeah, we've got a good population of people from around the world, so we've got restaurants from around the world too now. Yes, I noted no Russia. Yeah, it's a shame, but I understand why. But it's very strange that it's just Canada. It seems to be just Canada and the U.S. that can't send there. If you're in the U.K., if you're in India, you can send to Russia, no problem. So I've got some friends there that I would love to be able to send communication back and forth with, but I can't. I can receive from Russia. They can write to us, but we can't send back. Aaron says, has one important question, cake or pie? Oh, that's a good question. Now, I love cheesecake. I love making cheesecake. So if I'm in a restaurant and it's cheesecake or blueberry pie, which is one of my favorites too, I'm going to pick cheesecake over pie. So if it is a cake, just like a chocolate cake or a piece of pie, I probably would go pie over that. If it's carrot cake now, carrot cake's going to win over. So carrot cake, cheesecake are always going to be tops for me over a regular piece of cake. Ida Frida? Frida? Hi. Amber is cake for sure. There's some good pies out there. I love a pecan pie, a blueberry pie. I'm not much for meringues. Apple pie, pumpkin pie. Yeah, they're good. Tox is also going to Germany to see if you can find a good football soccer academy. All right. Well, I'm sure they probably have many. Gorilla Tag Kid says, yo, I'm new person here. Watchable, doing anything special. Doing anything special today? Not a lot. Grocery shopping. My wife's going out with some of her friends today. I might work on some Lego. I might look for some postcards to send to direct swaps. Steven says there's 2 Australian leafy sea dragon stamps. The first was a 33-cent definitive from 1985. The other is part of a set of camouflaged animals from a couple years ago. Okay. Erin says that she loves carrot cake. Yes. My mother-in-law has a great recipe for carrot cake, so we've taken on that one. Also, when I was in New York City, there is a cheesecake place called Junior's. I got the recipe book from them. They do a carrot cake cheesecake combination. So it has cheesecake on the bottom, carrot cake in the middle, and then cheesecake again on the top. With it's frosted. So I've made that several times now. Since now that I've got it, it is my all-time favorite cheesecake to make. So carrot cake cheesecake. What time it is in my place? It is 11:35 in the morning here. I'm on Atlantic Standard Time in Eastern Canada. And Amber says the United States is going to be releasing some hummingbird stamps on them soon. We're getting all sorts of love symbols. I love that. It's kind of cool. I'm not sure who's doing it. People need to put the thumbs up, though, and like the video some more. Gorilla Tags Kid says, I love shopping better to do a video about it, and I'll watch the entire thing. So you like unboxing videos, or do you mean like when I do my Temu orders, you like watching those things, or do you like following along when people go to the shopping, like going to the malls and doing shopping that way? Just a curiosity. Underground Railroad stamps are coming out. That's cool. Another person, carrot cake is their favorite. Good. Didn't know about the hummingbird US stamps, the lunar stamps for the Year of the Dragon. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what the Year of the Dragon stamps are that come out. Amber says there's a place in St. Louis called Hank's Cheesecake, and they have a really good gluten-free cheesecake. We had it at our wedding for the non-gluten folks. Very nice. Good morning, Tricia Thompson. All right, Talks. Thanks so much for joining, and hopefully join some more of them. Welcome to the community. And have a good trip if it's coming up very soon. Ida says pie is their favorite. Kind of choose pie than cake because pie is very delicious in my country. My country is Indonesia. Oh, do you have a special pie in Indonesia that we should know about? Bye. Around here, one of the specialty pies is sugar pies. It's too sweet for me, but there are a lot of people that really like it. I'm really looking forward to the Underground Railroad stamp. There was a new Lego set. I'm going to switch from stamps to Lego real quick. That was introduced. It's the British phone booth, the red phone booth stamp with a little black fence behind it. It looks really cool. So you haven't seen that yet, you guys should go search it out. So I'd love to add that one to the collection soon. But I do have a lot of sets that I have yet to build. So I think before I spend any more money on Lego, I probably should build some of the ones that I do have. But I did notice that one in the last week popped up. I'm very glad that you guys are active in writing and talking to each other, as well as sending more questions today. So I'm feeling very positive about this time frame for a live. And I love the fact that we are very international today. Jordan and Indonesia and New Zealand and Australia and Finland and the United States. Don't have Isabel on yet from Brazil, or from Chile, excuse me. So there are a few regulars that haven't popped on yet. And some of ours from the UK have not joined, or Germany. Steven says Christmas Island will be issuing 3 Lunar New Year stamps on January 29th. It looks like they'll be predominantly red and gold. I don't know whether the gold will be foiled, but maybe. Oh, that'd be interesting if it's foiled. Amber says, what's the fun in building what you have when you could get more? Yeah, sometimes there's that mentality, but yeah, exactly. Buying new books when you haven't read the ones you already have. Mira says today's going to be fun because she's the only girl sleepover with her friends. I got a little bored, so I was just going to watch live, and now I'm watching live streams. That's great. I'm glad you picked my live stream to join on and chit-chat with. I'm sure there's a lot of other lives that are out there, too, so... We've got a good group here from all over the place. Avocado Man, hello. Where are you from, Avocado Man? I'm curious to see what comes out for Year of the Dragon stamps from around the world. There's going to be some really cool ones. It's a nice theme. I think a lot of people like it. Avocado Man's from Florida. My day has been quiet. Not a lot going on just yet. I got up. I ate some leftover Popeye's chicken for breakfast. Had a bath. Yeah. Watched a little bit of Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. And then come on to see you guys. Adam Ray says the U.S. Lunar New Year stamps are yellow. I haven't even heard what the new Canadian stamps are going to be yet. Avocado Man, are you having nice weather in Florida? Nothing unusual happening down there this time of year? Pretty soon you'll be flooded with Canadians again. Canadians love to go to Florida in the wintertime, at least on the East Coast. On the West Coast, the Canadians, when they go south for the winter, they go to Arizona. Nothing unusual. That's good. No hurricanes or anything like that going on, or drop in temperature. Amber says she gave her newborn a bath yesterday, and he hated it. Well, something you have to get used to, I guess. And there's some people that never are bath people. They're always become shower people. I'm the sort of person that showers every morning in order to get to work. But on the weekend, if I just want to relax, it's a bath. I hadn't really noticed the who was on, who wasn't on thing when the messages were going by quickly. At one time I looked up, I saw 12, so I'm curious to see if we got any more than that. Yeah, I've never just popped on. Nura saying that she joined an English live stream because Indonesian is still kind of weird for her, that she knows more English than she does Indonesian. I've never just gone on to a strange live stream really to pop on too much, so I'm glad that you picked this one, and that was recommended for you too. Avocado Man, why are you so tired? What's going on? It is 11:15 in the morning for you. Amber says, every time I hear about temperature dropping in Florida, I laugh because of the falling iguanas. It seems so fun. I don't know what that means. Iguanas fall when the temperature drops? Hopefully I don't get hurt. Hello, I am goated. I love some of the names that people have on here. You made a video. You woke up at 7:30. Has no views. What was your video about? You went to bed at 2 and got up at 7:30. You didn't get much sleep then. I am goated. Where are you from? Am I going to have to look up falling iguanas? I don't know what this means. So when the temperature gets cold, they fall out of the trees. Do they get hurt? It's 11:15 there. Don't know why you have energy you can't sleep? Well, it's still early, quarter to 11 on a Saturday night. I'm sure there's lots of things you can watch and do. All right, see you later. I am goated. All right, your video was about kids in order with small to big to none in parties. I don't know what that means. And normally I'd be walking around the house or showing you things outside, but there's been enough conversation here that I'm very happy that I can just stay under my blanket and stay warm while I chit chat with you guys. And it looks like Harry Potter, the Philosopher's Stone is coming to an end. Hogwarts. They're doing the final scene where Gryffindor wins the year end and everybody throws their caps into the air. Ta-da! Yay, Gryffindor! Oh, it puts the iguanas into a sudden hybrid. I've got a sad story. Well, not a sad story. All right, let's talk about this. You guys know I've got Polo the hedgehog as a pet, and every night we take him out. He sleeps during the day. He comes out at night, and so we put him on the couch, and he sleeps in a little blanket or hangs out with us at night. And then at the end of the evening, I've already gone to bed. My wife goes and puts him in his enclosure upstairs, and then he goes to bed. Monday night, he was forgotten on the couch, unfortunately. So on Tuesday, we went to go get him out at 7:30 and noticed that nothing had been touched in his enclosure, and then realized that we'd forgot to put him away the night before. So in a mad panic, we went downstairs and we tore apart the room where he normally is, and he wasn't there. And so we tore apart the whole level of the house, trying to find him in whatever nooks and crannies he could find. Eventually, we did find him. He was underneath the hutch in our dining room, and he was in a spiky ball. So when he's angry, he usually goes in a spiky brown ball and he huffs. Well, he wasn't huffing, he was just in a spiky ball. So we got him out. We went on to YouTube to find out what was going on. He had gone into hibernation, so he'd been 16 hours or something by himself, and he was cold and he hadn't eaten anything, so he decided to go into hibernation, which for a real hedgehog is not a big deal, but for a one in captivity, he hasn't eaten enough food in order to go into hibernation, so he could have potentially died. So we found out that skin-on-skin contact, so I took off my shirt, I put the spiky ball on my chest, I put blankets over top of him, and it took about an hour and a half before he came back around and came out of hibernation. So we were quite scared, but it did work out in the end. And it did take about a couple days before he would forgive us about it. He was quite angry every time he saw us and would huff. But he's back to normal now again. So it was scary, but luckily Polo was okay and we are okay too. So that's my hibernation story for hedgehogs. Now I got to go back and find out what people had said during my story here. Avocado Man had to go. Amber says, which is my favorite Harry Potter movie? I do like the first one quite a bit, but I like when it kind of gets a bit darker too, when it gets a little older near the end. It's sad to see some of the characters get knocked off, but it's part of the story arc. Megan is back. Welcome back, Megan. Play Fortnite? I don't play Fortnite, if that was a question, Joe. I haven't played a lot of video games lately. Grover says YouTube teaches me so much that even my own nationality multimedia is not entertaining for me anymore. Yeah, there's a lot to be learned through YouTube and everything else that you didn't know that was out there. Easter Raff wants to know what the stream is about. Every Saturday, people come on here to ask me questions, so that's why I do it. That's why it's part 102. I've done 102 Saturdays in a row of people asking me questions, and within the last 5 or 6 weeks, they've all been lives. So welcome. Thanks for joining in. Ida Marie says glad Polo is okay. Us too. Aaron says glad he's okay. Amber, yeah, you had to do skin on skin like a newborn. Yeah, he needed to get my radiant heat into his body as well. Grover, you're doing fine with your English. Stephen, glad Polo is okay. Thank you. Is it okay if a kid is in the live stream? Yeah, that's fine. Are you friends with kids? Yeah, I'm friends with kids. How do I grow a beard like me? You only have patchy spots. Shave. it's kind of the thing. The more you shave, the more hair grows. I've got hair that's right here on my cheek because when I was younger I'd shave too high up, not knowing. But yeah, as you shave your face, you're gonna get rid of the tiny follicles of hair that are there, and then they're gonna grow in more. Now, granted, not everybody has a thick beard, so, but yeah, that's how it worked for me. The more I shave, the more. So, not necessarily a blessing that you want to have a big beard, but. Well, what do you think? Have we come to the end of our discussions? People aren't asking as many questions now. We're talking. If we have, I want to thank everybody who has come on, especially from around the world. It's been amazing to have such an international group join. Grover says, I think a beard shows the sign of a true man. I disagree. It's just hair. Oh, Amber says there's a post-crossing meetup. Well, there's lots of meetups. Where's yours? There's one in Missouri? Hero's getting ready to sign off, and now you guys have more questions coming in. Yeah, you might not want to bring the baby to the meetup. That might be a little hard on him. So, I'm going to sign off, and we'll talk to you guys later on. You guys enjoy the rest of your day. Have a magical week.